Yo, we back. Episode 3. Again, I'm here with my brother from another, Johnny.
What's good?
So again, like we always want to start off, I want to start out our sponsor, Young Legacy Collection. Again, the spring line is available at www.younglegacycollection.com. I also want to shout out our other sponsor, Bridge Builders. Definitely heavy in the community, so go check them out, bridgebuilders.org. They're doing a lot of great things. So again, I want to do my weekly check-in with my dog. How you doing? How's your mental health? How's the kids? How's your mom?
Great. Just celebrated a birthday, 34 years old now. So, ain't no going back. I like getting a lot closer to 40. So the goal we're getting there. The goal by next year, I'll be 35. I'll be a homeowner. We'll have a $1 million business, and we'll be impacting the community even more than we could ever dream. So that is the goal for the next coming year. So yeah.
I receive it.
Yeah.
And they're preaching, boy.
Yeah, claim that.
I'm about to get me some wine and a little cracker. You was doing your thing.
You doing communion now?
Yeah, you was doing your thing.
How was your week, bro?
Straight. I still got 4 badass kids. Now the older one cool. I fuck with the older one. Yeah. She's like the son. I don't want to say that I never had because I got 2. But she like my she I fuck with it. But the other motherfuckers, why? It really tests your patience. Boy.
She's also the oldest one, so she a little bit more mellow and chill. Other ones be turned up.
Yeah, she chill until that fucking City Girls come on there. She listen to now, Lil Kayla. I don't know you, Lil Kayla, but you got my daughter going crazy. You going up in these streets.
She got a lot of people. Shout out to Sunnydale.
Oh, that's where she from?
Yeah, she got a lot of people going crazy right now.
Is she really from Sunnydale? Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah. Shout out to my cousin Key.
What the fuck?
Yeah, little Kim brother, Kimari.
That's his sister or a friend or something? Or
they from Sunnydale and they rap.
Oh my god.
They're known rappers out of San Francisco. Don't worry about it.
I don't know too many rappers.
Oh man, all right, man. We're at episode 3, right? So it's been the first couple episodes been good, man. Also like, subscribe, share. Definitely link will be below. You guys press that subscribe button. Also, comment in the chat, man. Any type of feedback, any type of topics you guys want. We're very human, very real, authentic people.
Yeah, so comment how fine I am, right? Man, you do a little thing. Tell him I want to.
Don't do
give
all
me
that,
some
man.
hard eyes.
Don't do that. Y'all heard what happened episode 2. We don't want to go that route. We definitely don't want his wife.
I'm not saying I'm a cheat. I'm just saying it's nice to know that you're liked.
It's temptation.
I'm not tempted. I just want to know people like me.
I like you.
What the? I don't want you to like me.
See,
like that.
Exactly.
I don't want no hard eyes from you.
Exactly.
That's strange. I want some from you.
That's good.
What the? Fred, you look like a kid at day camp.
Hey, my daughter do that to me every day, so man, I'll take it.
That's cute. She's a kid.
I appreciate it, but I'm gonna send you a heart too.
Imagine you walking outside and a grown man is like this. That's fucking weird. That's weird.
Hey man, at the end of the day, it is what it is, man. We gotta learn how to accept love from one another, and we gotta learn how to say affirmations and not.
We end calls, but I love you. And
I agree, but I just feel like we always make it a thing with males. Like it's like that. Once you share each other's like, I love you, bro. You gotta say something else like, there's no homo. Like, bro, you don't have to say no. You don't have to say no homo or pause or anything. You're talking about
doing the Drake dance with the heart. That's fucking weird. That's taken it to a whole nother level.
So you're judging me for sharing my love with you a certain way.
Would you consider that a judgment? I'm telling you, that's weird.
So you're calling me weird, so yes, I would consider that a judgment.
Okay. Right. Okay, yeah. If you stand in front of my house doing it, you're fucking weird, and I'm calling the police. Do what you want.
Let me know. All right, man. Let's get into it, man. All right, so staying on the same topic and task from last week's episode, I want to talk about Black love compared to interracial love, right? The difference. We're not trying to compare. Let's be clear. I'm not trying to compare the two, but there is comparison out there, right? There is people who are judging this in a negative way. I personally believe in love whoever you want to love, no matter the color, creed, sexuality, preference, whatever. Love who you want to love, right? And get the love that you deserve to get from yourself and what you want. So whether it's somebody that's Hispanic, Chinese, whatever the case may be, love who you want to love.
You don't believe in procreation, like
you said. Do I believe in procreation,
like with your own race?
I do, but I don't place it above anything else.
You don't think it's important?
I do think it's important to make sure we keep our heritage and lineage keep going. I agree, but I also have a daughter with a person who's that's not our race.
I get that.
So I wouldn't. So then I would be, if I say I believe in that heavy and I'm pro that, I am pro that. But if I believe that I'm like pro that over everything, then I'm basically feeling ashamed of having a daughter with somebody who's not Black.
I'm not saying be ashamed.
What do you want? I think it becomes an issue because we're making this, instead of like a pride thing, we're making this real like personal attack, right? Because some people, like, I grew up with dating Hispanic and Black women.
For sure you did.
I did. Like I did. And I had a situation where I was dating Vanessa in high school, right?
Oh, you just aired her out.
I said her first name. What the hell? I was dating Vanessa in high school, and she was El Salvadorian, and her mom literally found out that we were dating, and drove me to my house and told my mom that we should not be talking, and try to make every excuse in the book outside of the real reason why.
What were some of the excuses?
She's older than him.
She was older than you?
Like 3 months, 4 months. Yeah, it was something stupid. It was she's this, she's that. And I was like, the oldest one, what the real reason is, she wanted her to date somebody of her own race and kind.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Like I said, I have no problem with that, but it wasn't, in this day and age, we're literally putting what we want over what the kid or the person actually wants.
I mean, she was a kid, so really she should have been like, y'all ain't not dating, period.
Right, because y'all shouldn't be dating, right? But I was not the candidate to date her daughter is because I was Black.
Or maybe because you was bad as hell, too.
No, she didn't know nothing about me in that light.
You don't know that she don't know that.
Yes, she did. It was literally predicated on me being Black. Because she made every excuse in the book about why I shouldn't date her daughter outside the main reason why she didn't want me dating her daughter. And that was because I was Black.
Did y'all keep dating or y'all squandered?
No, I mean, fucking people in like Hispanic households, they listen to their parents for the most part.
Is she with a Black guy now?
I don't know. I don't know where she is. I hope all is well. I don't know nothing about her. Like that was a high school thing. But I was making the example of like interracial versus Black love. So it's like I'm asking you this question because I don't have any positive or healthy examples of Black love, but you do. So I wanted to talk to you, and you're married to a Black woman, and you have a healthy.
She's half Black.
Whatever the case may be. But when they look at it, she's Black. Right. So my daughter, even though she's mixed with, Hispanic and white, when they look at her, she's a Black woman. She's a Black girl. So they don't, you're mixed with this. No, we see Black. So you're Black. So your wife is Black. It doesn't matter if she's technically mixed with Filipino or anything. It doesn't matter. She's Black. So.
And she's fire too. Okay.
In your example, and from your perspective of having a good example of seeing your mom and dad be married who are both Black and then going on to marry a Black woman, what is your perspective on Black love and how has it shaped you?
I mean, I never really seen nothing else to have like a different perspective. Nobody in my family dates any. Oh no, wait, they do. Sorry, my family in like St. Louis, they date like white women and stuff. But the family here in like the Bay and stuff, we don't
dabble in other.
Not at all. Like there's not. I think I'm really honestly. I think I'm the only one who has even like a
mix.
Yeah, I think nobody else. Everybody is straight Black, and it never really. we never had that old school conversation like, you bring a white woman home, it's gonna be a problem. My mom never really. I don't think she even tripped like that. She never, but I guess it's just
because you never brought her one though.
Let me think. Nah, I never really let people meet my mom, and the girls that did were black. So,
so yeah,
no. Sorry, there was one that wasn't, and she never. I can't go too deep into that, but it wasn't really a meet. It was like in
passing, yeah.
So I don't really count that.
Okay.
But I never really brought nobody else, so I don't know, bro. I never really asked. I don't think they would trip. I think my aunties would say something because they're super outspoken, but I don't think my mom would trip. And I think, like, I don't. It's just natural, like,
yeah. But
I'm not the nigga to be like, I love my black woman and my black. I'm not that guy. But I don't know. Black love is black love, but I do think interracial love is a little different because, well, it would be different for me. I don't know. I always tell my friends and stuff I couldn't date a Caucasian woman because I'm too niggerish. Mm-hmm. And they'll be like, what the fuck? Like, I'm just too much of a nigga. Mm-hmm. Because I make, like, nigga jokes, and I don't feel like I could be like, I could say something and then look at her and be like,
she's not going to get
it. Yeah,
it.
you're not a nigga. Or, like, she'd be like, nigga, you, and, hey, you can't say that. So, I don't know, bro. I can't see myself doing that. And I think the reason, one of the other reasons why I wouldn't is because they'll never understand. And I think I've asked you, like, how will she understand? Like, if you have a black daughter or a black son, she can have empathy, mm-hmm. but she don't know what it's like to turn on the TV and see a black boy shot in cold blood. Yeah, it's sad to see, but mm-hmm. she don't understand what that feeling is like. Like, it's a little different. Like, our conversations with our kids are a little different. Mm-hmm. When you get pulled over, don't put your hands on the wheel. Don't, right. Don't make no move. Well, the white people have to grow up, like, it's different. They don't have that burden. They don't have to think about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's not in their norms.
No, it's not. So it's like, you can't understand, but you can empathize.
Right.
So I don't know if I could see myself being with someone that won't understand the struggles that me and our kids will have to go through.
Right. So, yeah, I 100% agree from that notion. But, like, for me personally, like I said, I love to own who I loved on. And for the most part, like I said, I dated black and Hispanic women. And just so happened to stay with a Hispanic woman, which you state that she's not Hispanic, but it's fine. But at the end of the day, I feel like with that is, this comes with a spot of understanding, right? So for me, I think we come from, so many of us come from black households with so much trauma. And it's not just like black people are only people that experience trauma, right? But we do come from black households that experience certain traumas. And then when you get with somebody else who is black, they can understand your traumas, right? Right? Because they can kind of, I dealt with that too, right? But then it also becomes normal, and you don't necessarily know how to bypass that to the point where yelling or handling a conversation is always yelling or in your face or you ain't shit or you ain't this. And it's like, that's very toxic, right? But two people that grew up in toxic households that kind of bring that together, it becomes a big issue.
What if you don't deal with that? Like, what if you have black love and you don't deal with it?
Let's be clear. I'm not saying that all black love is dysfunctional, hostile.
A lot of it is, though.
Trauma.
Keep it a buck. A lot of it is.
It is, but 95%. I can't speak on behalf of everyone.
I can. 95% of it is toxic and many.
That's a high percentage.
Because it's many, bro. How many? Do you honestly?
And look, the crazy thing about it is you're speaking from a perspective that you don't know this, though.
I do know.
No, like, you didn't grow up in this, though.
What you mean?
Like, your household wasn't like that.
I know, but I got aunties and I done seen some shit, brother, man.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying, like, it's funny that's coming from you saying this, and I'm trying to defend that that's not the case all the time or all around, because I actually come from a household like this.
That's true, but I've seen a lot, too, because I be outside more than you do.
Bro, why we keep doing this, bro? All right, you know what?
You working at a school don't count.
I'm
talking
agree
about
to
outside.
disagree. What does that mean? You going to people's houses?
Nah, I've been to like restaurants, and every time
Nigga, I've never been to a restaurant.
That's not what I'm saying.
I've been to
That's not
restaurants.
what I'm
I've
saying.
been to Chuck E. Cheese bathroom. Like, okay. I've been to those things too.
Okay, what I'm saying is black people, I've seen a lot. Every time I go somewhere, outside by the way, is black people arguing. I don't really see like Bill and Jenny
So
getting into it, throwing pizza at each other.
So there's a method, right? It's like when you want to buy a car and you buy that car and you like, no one has this car. Then when you buy the car, everybody has a car, right? So I feel like this is that same situation. When you go outside, people
say if I was white.
No, I'm saying that you're identifying with a certain lens because you're saying every time you go out, you mostly see a lot of black people getting into it. You see other people getting into it too, but your lens really is more edited.
Actually, no.
Towards that,
I seen 2 white people stealing from Target and they got in an argument.
Oh my goodness! The whole point is I don't want to put us in a box because we are black males. We're talking from a black experience. We're not shitting on our people. And I'm not saying you're doing that, but from that perspective, it sounds like it's just a black thing.
No, I'm not trying to shit on our people. I'm saying we got to do better. Like
100%.
If black love is gonna be a thing, then it needs to be love.
Healthy black love.
Yeah.
And we're just talking about healthy relationships overall. That's why I said for me, I can't speak for everybody because my partner is not black. So I got to just speak to what I have and what I know. But at the end of the day, you stated that, me being with somebody that's not black, they're not going to understand our struggle. With me being with my partner and now having a black daughter, she has no choice but to learn the struggle.
She still can't. She can learn. She'll never understand it.
Just like your woman, your wife is black, right?
Mm-hmm.
But she'll never understand what it's like to be a black male.
Right. So I'm saying, so it doesn't matter how.
That's with anybody, right? That's with anybody. We can say that, like, bro, I'll never know what it's like to be a woman.
But she knows how to be a black person.
Yes.
So, like they say, the black woman is the most hated person in America, which is facts. Mm-hmm. And your daughter's a black woman.
Right.
She don't understand that. So certain things that your daughter is going to face, she's going to have to go reach outside to get because she can't get the perspective from her mom because her mom's not black.
But she doesn't have to get it from her.
Who's she going to get it? She has to go outside the village to go get it.
But she's not because her village has black women in it.
Okay, I'm talking about you and her outside her family, her immediate family.
I got you.
So that's what I'm saying. And that's not a bad thing. It's just not something I would want to deal with.
But here's the example too. Your black daughter has to go outside the village to not be able to talk to her mom, who's maybe interracial, but maybe going to your black mom or a black woman overall might not even be the best example of it.
What do you
like your daughter's a black woman, right? Uh-huh. And to go to a black woman to understand something, she might need to go a different route from it altogether.
But if it's a black problem, you're going to go to a black person.
What's a black problem?
Masculine women.
Huh?
Masculine women.
You saying that's a black problem?
Yeah, I mean that's deemed a black problem.
That's a problem in our society.
Like, in the black community. How many times have you ever heard a white woman be called masculine or
There's toxic.
You know where the term strong black woman, that's why.
Right.
Okay, so that's a problem. So she can't talk to her mom about it because her mom don't know what it's like to be a strong black woman.
But she's a strong woman.
But she don't know what it's like to be a strong black woman. It's different.
Well, because your skin
judgment is different.
Because your skin is weaponized.
But the judgment is different.
100%. I just said your skin is weaponized. 100%.
So she can't relate to that. She can't.
But she can teach her traits to be a strong woman. I like I said, tomato. We're not arguing that it's the same thing because I 100% agree with you that no matter what Becca does, she can't teach our daughter how to be a strong black woman. That is correct. But she is black, and she can't teach her to be a strong woman. So ultimately, what she's going to do is be a strong black woman because she's black.
I guess when you put it like that.
It's one perspective. It's not.
I love that word.
Obviously.
I'm about to get that
it's not
perspective.
It's not all things that factor into that, but it's just take into account for that, honestly. in regards to interracial love. And
do you feel like you got with Becca because you wanted to get as far away from your mom as possible, or even dated outside of your race?
No. I think you're on something. I think that's big. That's big. I didn't really necessarily look at it as a race thing, but I did look at it as my mom was black and my mom was combative and my mom was hostile and my mom didn't have the proper way of talking to women or men, right? Because she was just like aggressive. So I think I didn't go for not going for black women. I just went for people who are not combative or not as hostile or not as aggressive.
So are you saying that I'm about to get real Law and Order on your ass? So are you saying that only black women?
No, sir. I already knew where you're going with it. I can finish the question for you. I'm not saying that only women are hostile. What I did was I negated all women who fit that category of combativeness and confrontation. Nope. None of it. You'll learn from me very quickly. I don't like extra nothing. So if you're super extra, you're a male, you're in the club, oh, like this motherfucker up, I'll air this motherfucker out. You're extra. Because the ones who actually do that, just do it. A female that's like, I don't give a fuck, I don't care about nothing. You're extra. That means you don't have enough stability. What race did you just imitate?
Huh? What race did you just imitate?
An ignorant woman.
No.
Yeah. Hey, I'm like that, man. I'm too polished. I'm too polished for this. So you're not about to set me up. You're not about to pin no black woman against me.
Y'all seen it. Y'all know.
Because it's going to be, I'm already getting looked at crazy anyway, right? Because I don't date a black woman. You don't understand.
Why would they look at you crazy?
Bro, so this is part of it, right? The black love becomes such an issue in our society because we have so much judgment, right? Dr. Umar, to be exact.
I love Dr. Umar.
He's hella funny.
He's hilarious.
Anyway, but we have a problem with it because my mom raised me to be diverse and love who I want to love, right? She raised me to love who I want to love, right? And I'm dating black women, right? Oh, perfect, great, right? It don't work out, I move on. I bring a Hispanic woman in the house, right? After dating a black woman, and I basically seemed like I chose that woman over her, which ultimately I did.
Yeah, you have to.
Right, because that's what I wanted to go with. And the woman I was dating beforehand was very respectful, very kind, a woman of God, I feel like
I know you're talking about.
You do know what I'm talking about. But my whole point is this. There was no problem with her. It was just like our connection or being together and spending time. We just wasn't able to do that. And by me meeting Becca while I was at work.
The work boo. There it is. The work boo.
It just happened that way. But at the end of the day, when I brought her home, I got so much ridicule for not. So why was I dating her? And it was strictly because she was not black.
She really was upset.
She never said that like out loud, but I'm not stupid. And the things that she was saying or doing, it was definitely because she wasn't black. I can ask back in the day. She made her feel uncomfortable dating me because she wasn't a black woman. And I was like, bro, you literally raised us to love on who we want to love on, all that shit.
You think that's why her and Becca's relationship is manny?
I think so. I think so. And I also believe that my mom grew up as like a person who's going to use, right? She's going to get what she can get out of you, right? Oh, I'm your daughter today because you can do this for me. I'm your daughter today. Damn. But as soon as I say no, like, fuck off.
I always say that in my house, you heard me say, people only remember when you say no.
Yeah, I mean, that's in life. Anytime, like how many times you just hooked up, bro, I could come help me move. All right, bet. Give me loan me $500. All right, bet. The moment you be like, I can't make it. Niggas don't never show up. Oh, yeah, all right, bet that. Keep that same energy. Because at the end of the day, the moment you say no is the moment you'll see somebody's true colors. So, but I just realized that my mom literally kind of sold us a dream because when it actually came down to me making my own choice to be whoever I wanted to be with, it was a problem.
Maybe she never expected you to do that.
What did she expect? She expected me to. You know the crazy thing about it? I don't think my mom ultimately has a problem with like women who are not black. I just think my mom has a problem with anybody that takes up her space. So, and we'll speak on this on another episode in regards to how many moms out there treat their sons like their partners and not their kids. So, that's for another show. That's
me, because I seen a grown woman, like I said, call her son daddy. Yeah, that was weird as hell.
We're not, but
don't do that. That shit is creepy.
Yeah. So for me, I've had the original question was, do you feel like I chose a woman who wasn't black because of my mom and my experience with my mom? No, but I did choose a woman who wasn't combative and aggressive and confrontational, right? And what I mean by that is you can be assertive, you can be outspoken, you can speak from your heart, you can talk and speak up for yourself, right? Not a person that's just super submissive and just takes it and let me walk all over her. Definitely don't want no weak woman because I didn't get raised by one. But I will state this: if you're going to be in a relationship, you have to be able to consider everybody's upbringing and everybody's understanding. I feel like our world and our society will be better once we have more understanding, right? More compassion for other people's perspectives and vantage
I
points.
believe the children are our future.
Just understand that. If you guys understand that, I think it doesn't matter who you date, you have that understanding because you're going to have to deal with the awkwardness regardless if you bring somebody to your barbecue, of your family barbecue.
How was Becca at the cookout?
Ugly, and she fat, or she different color, whatever the case may be. You're going to deal with like the way our aunties and our moms, our cousins are.
I never dealt with nothing.
You're going to deal with, but you're just talking about when your aunties talk shit about the one time you brought a female around that.
No, I said they would. They never got that.
I'm just saying.
She didn't make it that far.
I'm just saying.
But I'm saying
they would. That's what I'm telling you. Like you're gonna get that ridicule, whatever. Like, well, who was her? Like, look, she. Like,
they would, but they wouldn't tell her. I got one. I'm not gonna say her name, but she would definitely put me as like nephew. What the hell is you doing? If you watch it, she know who she is. She definitely, cause she always nephew.
So for me, it's like that's what my standpoint is in regards to like I believe in all love, and I definitely value black love for sure. But
it's a little contradictory. People are gonna look at this and be like, "That's a little contradictory."
How is it?
Because you didn't marry a black woman, or you didn't.
People gonna feel how they feel. I'm just
saying. I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Respectfully, I don't give a fuck. So this is my life, and I love who I love.
I'm glad I brought that out of you.
Yeah,
I wanted you to say that.
I don't care. I don't, like I said, they can believe whatever they want to believe, right? But if I have no problem with airing my shit out, and I have no problem with being transparent and talking about my life, right? But the same people that will probably judge me behind the camera and the screen, I'll light your ass up if I find out anything about you, right?
Damn,
so
brother.
Me personally, I feel like
by light up, he means make fun of you. That's what he means.
No, I'm just saying, like I can take it. Somebody can say whatever the hell they want to say to me, get their opinion off, whatever, and I'll be like, bet. All right, cool. You done?
Now it's my turn.
Now it's my turn, right? And with no malice, but it's like before you cast that stone, make sure your ass don't live in a glass house. Because
you want them to get their paperwork in order.
I'm just saying, I don't have a problem with it because I don't also think that fight fire with fire, but I do also believe in we're human. We all deserve a little bit of grace and understanding and compassion. And I feel like we have so much judgment in our heart, and our tables aren't clean, our floors aren't swept. So we need to do a better job of having understanding. Like I said, more compassion and just giving people grace because everybody's situation is different. And as long as that person is being loved the way they need to be loved, right, or the way they want to be loved, that's fine.
If only it was that simple.
It's not that simple. But at the end of the day, it's simple for you when you don't let other people into your relationship to determine how you go about things. That factored in a lot early in my relationship with my partner because everybody had a fucking opinion, and I even let it consider or let it be heard, and that only made her feel invalidated because I was letting my family basically run my relationship indirectly.
I never had anything but positive things to say.
That's great.
That's why I'm your best friend.
Nah,
so positive.
We're good. Like I said, we don't have a problem. It's the same thing with me. If I'm going to have a opinion about some relationship, I'm going to do it respectfully and be like, hey, bro, have you ever considered this, considered that? But
that's a good delivery.
I'm not an expert. And who the fuck am I to be like, hey, you need to do this with your wife? Like, bro, who the fuck? So it's not about, it's like I can tell you something about your relationship and give a suggestion and advice. But it's like somebody tell you like how to raise your kid. You gonna go to fuck like, who the fuck is you?
I used to do that in my family all day.
But
get on my nerves.
It's like if you deliver it the right way, like, hey, have you ever considered handling it this way with this? Like, oh, no, I haven't. Thank you. But not somebody telling you what the hell you gonna do or what you need to do.
I used to do that with Braylon a lot. I used to get on my nerves.
Yeah, that's just not. I don't feel like that's gonna work at all. So
I wonder what it would have been like if I did have it wouldn't work. My personality, it just wouldn't work.
all right, well, let's get into this last question, man. To kind of, cause I went on a little rant like I do sometimes. So I'm gonna give it back the mic to my brother one time. But what do you feel like is the biggest mistakes people make in their relationships today?
Lying.
So still
lying, cheaters, deceivers.
So
lying. What else is a big mistake? I'm gonna say a mistake that I make that I try to fix every day. Realizing or thinking, the biggest mistake I feel like is thinking that you got another day. Or I didn't hug her today. I'll do it tomorrow. Or just the little stuff like, like not showing up every day for your wife or your husband. That's a huge mistake we make. And we just kind of roll through life. Like me, I kind of sometimes get in a mode where I'm just go, work, going on the computer, on the phone, filming this, filming that, and then I'm kind of just not there.
You're there, but you're not present,
right? And sometimes that's I can feel it, like I can feel it, but it's like I gotta do this, so I just need you to be patient. But I know you need me, but I just give me a second.
So that she doesn't feel like a priority.
Yeah, I know sometimes she doesn't, and that's fucked up.
I literally just had a conversation with Becca about this last night.
Yeah.
About me just being so like gun-ho, saying our time is protected and I'm taking a 30-minute phone call with you talking business or this or that. And it's just like, damn.
But you can see on both, this is how you can see on both sides, like I'm growing it. It's catching traction. I need to go. But I need you because, again, what fun is money and success if you don't have the person you love to share it with?
Say it again for the people in the back.
What good is money and success if you don't have the person you love to share it with? I mean, it's true. If you have hella money and you don't have anyone to share, that shit is boring. Mm-hmm. You just buying hella shit, and then you go home, try it on, and then you sitting there watching Dr. Pimple Popper. Which I like Dr. Pimple Popper, by the way.
That's gross. I don't.
That shit. There's one about feet too.
Oh,
that shit is crazy.
No. Moving on.
Anywho,
moving forward.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest mistake us men make. As women, I don't know. I think women need to be nastier. That's what I think. I think women need to bust it down. That's how you. I watched a reel the other. I'm about to go on a whole. I watched a reel the other day where she was saying, this is not for kids, so we need to kids. I don't know what minute. Turn it off. She said, my husband catches a nut every day. When he's lifting weights, he catches a nut. When he's making a sandwich, he catches a nut.
I know. I get what talking about. She was going. She was too hard.
Right, but that's the point. Women are really good at the shit that we ain't, like the time protection and all. Women are good at that. My wife is hella good at that. Mm-hmm. But I'm not saying she's not good at it.
So you just turn. So you basically.
But what I'm saying is, the problem in relationships is women stop busting it down. You need to get in that room and you know what to do. I don't want to get too right, but you know, because you don't watch the few.
Man, get your finger on my shot.
Sorry. Anyway, the point is and women are really, what women are also really bad at too? Spinning shit and gaslighting. Women are like gaslighting queens. Like, you'll say something. I love my wife. I love you. I'm sorry. I'm about to air this one. What they do, so what happens a lot is they'll be like, you'll say something. You ever told Becca something? And then she'll twist it and be like, wait, what? Or like, why you didn't, or I'll give you an example. Why you didn't pick this up for Nevaeh? So are you saying I'm a bad mom? What the fuck? All I did was ask why you didn't, how did we even get here? That is gaslighting. That is, and women love doing that. So if I could say the problem that women should have to fix is that. Listen to what I'm saying and don't change it to what you heard. Listen to what I'm saying.
I think a lot of people do that just overall in the sense of, but we can't say it's a woman thing because what examples are you just using? You're just using your wife? That's horrible to put that on all women.
Could name a bunch of other women. My mom.
Uh-huh.
We could go.
So in your experience with the people in your village, you deal with
gaslighting.
do this a lot. Okay. All right. So from my perspective, I agree with we need more transparency.
I guess that's what you know what? That's what I was trying to say.
Communication. So for me, it's huge to communicate, right? Like, hey, I'm eating a bagel right now. Like, I don't need to know that shit, right? But
yeah,
I'm saying,
that was stupid.
Yeah, I was using that example,
Oh, okay.
like, because everybody like tell everything they do, but in a sense of like communication, right? So if I know that I'm going to be right, like, say if I was texting Becca and I was like, hey, I'm texting you, I'm doing this, and that, and then all of a sudden I just disappear for 2 hours and don't text, right? Instead of saying like, hey, you know what? I know I have a meeting coming up for the next 2 hours. Hey, I'm about to go in this meeting. I'll check in with you in a couple hours. Instead of like, bro, we were just talking and all of a sudden you don't say shit.
I mean,
or you
people
just,
get busy.
They do,
so.
But you also understand it's called being preemptive and being proactive and not being reactive. A lot of people don't like when people are just reactive because you knew this was coming. You knew we had a meeting coming up. So I'm just using that as an example. I'm just talking about communication overall, right? Or we stop being intentional, like you said, we stop being intentional about what we want. If we love our women and we want to be around them, then we need to make sure we allocate that time to make them feel important and not, they should feel celebrated, not tolerated. And I think a lot of people do that.
That shit is hard though, bro.
I agree because I feel like most people feel the same way. It's the same way. We're working hella hard. We're trying to provide all these things for our kids. And for you, it's like, hey, my simple love language is acts of service, you being present, and then, like you said, busting it down. That's what I want. But if you're like, you're doing all these things and you're tired and you can't even give that to me, then it's like, I have to just deal with it because you're tired. Or what you do is communicate, like I said. So I know she has to do X, Y, and Z. So let me do X and Y for her. So all she has to do is Z. So now I can get what I want later because ultimately,
I think there's like an Instagram reel about that.
I helped her support her with what she wants. And that might be her love language because I actually supported her with her regular duties. And now we can both be loved on the way we want to because I already served you the way you wanted to. Now you get to serve me. Like a perverted. But ultimately, that's what it comes down to. I feel like we start focusing so much on how we want things done and not how they need things done. And I think that's one of the biggest problems with people. They're like, oh, I know my wife's love language. Okay, but are you loving her in her language or yours? Because there's two different ways of how you do something.
Here you go, putting the battery in everybody. Here you go.
I'm putting the battery in everybody's back because, like you said, when I...
What did he say? I got to live here. You don't.
Hey, let's be clear. When I am definitely pro-woman because I believe in, like, you know, uplifting and elevating them. I believe that women literally are
everybody.
I literally believe women are our future because you got to understand.
Women are our future?
Yeah, look, I'm going to explain why. Women are able to birth males and females. So their first example of a healthy woman comes from their mom.
But that's like saying we're able to nut out males and females.
No, that's not the same thing. Because a woman can have a baby without us.
Not really. How can she have a baby without us?
She can go to a clinic and get a damn...
But she still needs a man.
I understand that, but it's not a physical man having sex with her.
Okay, so then say she can have a baby without physically having sex with a man.
I don't have to say that because...
You do.
No, I don't.
That's like a broad... You just said a woman can have a baby without us. No, the fuck she can't. Brandon, now, she can raise a kid without us.
I'm talking about a physical body without having us. Like... A woman can go to a doctor as a lesbian and go have a baby right now without physically having sex with a man.
I mean,
you're focusing too much on the details and you're messing up.
You're
messing up my whole point.
Men can do the same thing.
Man can do the same thing. What?
We can go get a baby, just get the woman's eggs.
You're going hella far left with it. I'm trying to make a point. Let me bring it back so you can understand where I'm coming from because you're like your ADD is taking all the way off right. Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
So my whole point is this: most of the time when we get our first example of something is from a woman. She hosts a baby for 9 months. Mm-hmm. Like you said, a man can choose to have a baby and stay or not stay.
That's true.
A woman can have a baby and stay or not stay, right? That's why they get a baby up and they cut and they do whatever. So right. Well, my whole point is this. We have to uplift our women.
I agree with that.
In a big way because... You almost made me say high level, and I had to stop because he was going to say something about it. But we need to uplift our women like a big way because I feel like they're our future because we have so many things that we learn from women, right?
Like, this is interesting. Like what? Like
What
I'm
do you
not.
mean?
First of all, I'm not saying I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just curious as to what do you mean by like.
Okay, so I'll use you as an example, right? Your mom
Mhm.
raised you, right?
And my dad.
Your stepdad, right? But before he came, your mom was raising you.
I mean, okay.
Yes. Before he was your stepdad, she was
I
raising
mean,
you.
he was my son when I was really young. So
Well, I had my stepdad since I was 4. So my whole point is, since I was born, I was being taken care of by my mom.
okay,
All right.
I'll
So
get that.
my whole thing is the way we raise our women dictates a lot of how we do things.
Do you feel like it's equal on both sides?
I don't because I'm gonna tell you why. It's the same reason why when you walk in a certain room, you demand a certain level of respect. But the nurturing aspect of things, a kid is gonna go to the mom way before the kid goes to the dad.
I don't agree with that.
Well, it's not for you to always agree with. That's what.
I mean, I have examples to how that's.
You could go ahead.
Oh, you want me to give it to you?
Why not?
Well, I could use. So remember when I said in the last episode I was a FOMI.
Mm-hmm.
So
you had to be because your wife was gone,
right. So that nurturing fact for my youngest daughter, that nurturing fact was gone, and it was on me. So that's what I'm saying. It's different. Like it's not. I'm not saying women aren't our future, but I feel like women and men. You can't just generalize it to women because a woman needs a man just as much as a man needs a woman.
I understand that, but to me it doesn't. The value of a mom and a dad is not the same. That's why Mother's Day is held at a higher standard than Father's Day in society.
That's facts. I bet not get no damn socks.
Women get way more. Women have the baby. Women get the
push
maternity
gift.
Leave. They get all.
You ever heard
things.
of that? A push gift?
Yeah,
that shit is crazy.
but they have all these different aspects of why
men get maternity leave too.
I know it's called paternity leave.
It's called maternity leave too for men. It's the same thing.
It's not, but it's all right.
Okay.
It's maternity leave and it's paternity leave. So it's a P and it's an M. So those are two different things. But it's all good. My whole point is this.
I could be wrong.
You are, but it's fine. The the whole thing is this. So I'm gonna get to this point a little bit quicker because our daughters and like I said, in most times, how often do you see a single father household?
I mean,
I'm not saying this. I'm not saying it doesn't exist. I'm saying how often. Most of the time when you're calling, when I'm calling the school, I'm calling from the school, I'm calling home, I'm talking to a single mother.
Yeah, if I had to put it, yeah. I mean, but now it's a little more prevalent. Now it's a little more.
It's more, but it's not even close.
But it's not equal.
Not even close.
Right.
Not even close. So my whole thing is when that young man is at school acting an ass, yes, he's probably acting an ass because of the absence of the father, but he's also acting an ass off of what the mom already knows.
What do you mean?
Like the traumas and the way that she raises her son and cussing him out and slapping him all in his face and all that. If she was raised a certain way.
You see this kind of shit? This is crazy.
My mom. Anyway, if my mom was raised a certain way, she would carry herself a certain way, meaning she would raise the child a certain way. Right? So it's like a lot of ways that we're looking at like, hey, man, that girl is fast because, oh, shit, her mom is still out there going to the club, leaving her at the house, being fast. Oh, the son is doing whatever the hell he wants because the mom thinks freedom and space is the best way to raise her son. So there's a lot of things where women are being affected and we need to uplift as much as possible, meaning don't get me wrong, young men need to be poured into too. That's one of the biggest.
Because it sounds like that, like men don't need nothing.
No, they definitely need something. But at the end of the day, who's raising young men?
I guess
women.
Yeah.
So
in the community, in BET, YouTube.
Women are raising men. So if we pour into women at a young age, like your young daughters right now, you pour. When you get older and you become an adult, you're more equipped to handle what's coming your way. But if we just let them keep fending for themselves and then they go out there they don't value themselves. They don't have value education. They don't value hustling and working for themselves. They value being dependent on they D-boy, they boyfriend, whatever the case may be. And then
stop you.
And they don't have any.
My daughters are not having boyfriends. Let me make that clear. Or children. I'm okay with that. So they're going to just be those kids that just live at home. Okay.
Thank you. Back to regular schedule programming. My whole point is this. Women are going to be held to a higher standard than men.
They are.
That's why a man can cheat on his woman 12 times and a woman cheat on his ass once. It's over.
Damn, you just whooped me with my own. You just whooped me.
You get held to a higher standard. You're a woman, right?
But I still don't believe it.
It's like I said, it's not for you to always agree with. But my whole point is this. Men and women are definitely valued, but women are valued in the space of parental, as a mother, way higher than a male as a father. So
my grandma used to say, mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
So I just feel like if we put a lot into our women, because they're raising men and women just like men are, but the whole problem is, we can talk about logic all we want to, but women are responsible for having a child and taking care of the child. And the man does not have to stay. It's like an option for him.
Yeah. Damn, it pains me to even admit that because I don't feel like it.
No, because that doesn't sit with you at all because you would never, right? I would never. But that's just the reality of it. Like, I also thought too, this statement was this. Well, somebody asked me the other day, if a man makes it very clear that he does not want to have a child with that woman, and she still decides to go through with that and say, nobody's going to tell me I can't have a child, and she has a child, and that man decides to not be in that child's life because he was made it clear that he didn't want the child, is he a deadbeat?
Yes. Because you lay down with her. When you know better, you do better. So you can't tell me that you didn't. Everyone takes sex education.
Okay.
You know, if you have sex with a woman, that this is a possibility.
Right.
So once you do that in a woman, like I tell my son, you've lost control.
Right.
So that's on you. You can't control what happens next, but you can get in front of it. So now you just got, sometimes you're gifted with responsibility that you didn't ask for. So you didn't ask for it, but you lost control.
I
So
don't disagree with that statement. I fully agree with that full statement. But if it's evident, like I said, regardless is evident or not, if it's evident and she's not in a position to take care of a child, you're not in a position to check. She's making a very reckless move and you tell her not to have the child and she still decides to have it out of spite.
Ultimately, it's your fault. You gave it to her.
Ultimately, it's your fault anyway because you chose.
Yeah, so wrong. There's nothing you could do, but you gotta
correctly.
You gotta deal with it.
That is a statement. I definitely want to hear y'all perspective on this when y'all hear this episode because that is I talked to somebody about that for like a full hour in regards to that person being, responsible or being a deadbeat. I believe if you're grown enough to lay down with somebody and make a child, you're grown enough to take care of it. That's just my perspective. But everybody's different.
So why would that even be a question then?
Because it's a question because everybody doesn't think the same. There's people right now that know they got a kid and they was like, I for sure told her ass not to have that kid. I wasn't going to be around to be
I don't
with
see
her.
how you could live with yourself. Like I ask people that all the time.
Most people aren't built like you.
I don't see how you can just have a child running around and you don't even know what's going on. Like that's so weird to me.
Yeah.
I'll never understand that. So,
well, what we'll do is we'll see if we want to follow with this next episode and talk a little bit further more about it, especially in regards to responsibilities of parents, moms and dads. And do you feel like it's more prevalent for that men get called out for being deadbeats more than women do?
Because there are some deadbeat women. I'm not even going to lie to you.
100%. But like I said, it doesn't get highlighted or spoke about as much as it does when a man is absent compared to a woman is absent.
That's true. I guess you're right.
Those double standards is crazy. It's double standards with men and women sexually, and there's double standards with men and women in regards to taking responsibility for their child and their seed. So,
dads definitely get more praise for just walking their kid to the park.
I pick my daughter.
Which is many.
Yeah, my daughter doesn't know anything else, and every time I pick my daughter up from school, they be looking like I look like I'm the single father because I'm always picking my daughter up from school and dropping her off.
That's crazy that we're even talking about this because yesterday I picked up Christian with my wife from school, and I was like, damn. I was like, you know what's crazy is there's always hella dads picking up their kid. And the fact that that's even crazy to me is silly.
It's crazy to me because the situation like back in the days, it would have been totally opposite, right? The fathers were at work, not the ones getting off early or at home going to pick up the kid. They wouldn't even be able to do it because they were at work.
That's true.
Now I'm walking past, like you said, hella dads are picking up their kid, and it's like, are you at home? Are you?
I think the work world,
like, what
the
are you
work
doing?
world has shifted. I think more. I know for me, I value time over money because I've made so much money before. So it's like, and I just never had time. So now going into interviews and whatever, it's okay. I need to be off by 5 because this is important to me. Right. So if you can't offer that to me, I'll just leave. I don't care how much you're paying me.
Hey, shout out to Bridge Builders, man. I love my schedule. I love being able to work with kids and support kids every day, and I'm off every day at a certain time when I'm able to go support my family and pick up my daughter. So shout out to Bridge Builders for sure.
That was a good little shameless plug right there.
Hey, man, it is what it is. I do love my job, and it's great because I get to literally go still live my life. So I'm all good with that. So, hey, man, appreciate y'all for tuning in. Episode 3. Like, comment, subscribe down below. Share with as many people as possible. Please, in the comments, if you guys have anything you guys want to speak about in regards to our topics today, talk shit to me. Call Brandon out for being dumb as hell. Whatever the case.
I gotta be. I'm a girl. I'm dumb as hell.
We want to hear y'all feedback.
Tell him.
Appreciate y'all.
Call him out for being ugly as hell. Just put hella shit emojis under it.
That's definitely false because I know I'm prettier than him for sure. For sure. You see this camera? You see his camera? See my camera? I'm definitely prettier than Brandon. So, all right.
Can they zoom in so they can get this? Anyway, we out. Peace.